Diesel, you want to say hi to everybody? Want to say hi to everybody? You want to show everybody your garage? This is your garage, isn't it? You hang out in here. Come on, is that your car? You can drive it? You can ride with me? Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Shawn, this is Diesel, and this is Realistic Renovation and Refinishing. Today we're going to kind of work in the garage. We want to work on the electrical. The first thing we're going to do is set up the lights, because like my complaint before, it's real dark in here, and with only having that light right there, it throws shadows everywhere and it's hard to actually do any work. So I figure the first step in the garage is to get the lighting up, so everything else is kind of easy to work. You don't have to have a flashlight, you don't have to set up a light or anything like that. This won't be a how-to video. It is more of a vlog on what we found and the problems we went through, and some of the problems that you could probably expect if you try to do something like this. First problem we found out is, with the electrical wise, is we were going to put 9 canister lights in the ceiling. And the reason we're doing canister, we want it to be clean. We want it to be kind of the same we have in the house. This is going to be to us an extension of part of the house, somewhere where we're going to spend a lot of time, a lot of sleepless nights, working on cars and stuff like that for our other channel, 151 Garage. Again, I'll link it in the description below. And anyways, we're putting 9 canister lights in, which means evenly across, a row in the middle and a row on each side. But this right here, that beam, if you can see it, that beam that runs right there is dead square in the middle. So we can't do a light in the middle. So we will go from 9 lights to 12. Overkill is underrated, so I guess we're gonna overkill a lot. So I believe the normal lumens per square foot is roughly 130 to 140, which brings it to right about 47,000 lumens. For this garage space, we will have 144,000 lumens. So almost 3 times as much. Actually 3 times as much. So again, we won't have to worry about light. As far as everything else, we'll get back to that after we at least have some light to work with. Okay, thank you. And now to the time lapse. Well, 12 light canisters in, measured out to where they're even across widthways, lengthways, there's even as well. 3 rows of 4. Now for the wiring. See you then. So we ran into another problem. After we ran the lights and did all that, we ran the wiring all the way down to here. Well, the problem with this is we were going to replace the switch box. The switch box we were going to replace was that one. See the problem? So we came up with a solution. What we're going to do is basically just turn the switch box sideways. Gives us the room. We're going to put it down probably right about here. The switch on the top will be for the lights in the ceiling, and the other 3 switches will be for other items in the garage. So again, you don't know what's in the way until you actually get the walls open and what'll fit. I figured there would be something here, but I didn't think there would be a stud 6 inches apart. So again, adapt and overcome. And we'll have this wired up soon. Thank you. Now to time lapse. And let there be light. So we got light finally. So all the lights are hooked up. All 12 of them working fine, work well. It's much brighter. As you can see now, it's nice and bright in the front. Nice bright in the front. Now it will get a lot brighter once we get all the wallboard up on the ceiling and wallboards up here and everything painted. It's going to be a lighter color, so it'll reflect a lot of the light. Diesel's there. He helped us out. Jill was instrumental to getting all this done. She was great. And we got the box in here. So the top one is the lights. Oops. The top one's the lights. These right here aren't hooked up to anything, but they are Wi-Fi, and I can basically hook up anything in here that's Hughes or Wi-Fi. So I can adjust whatever light I want to control anything in here that's plugged in. Now we have a plug down there because we're gonna put lights in the cabinet. Plug right there, dual plug right there for all my chargers and stuff. And the reason there's a big loop right here is because we're gonna put a TV right on this wall, right about where that X is. And basically the box that connects to this goes through the drywall and connects to the drywall. So obviously I can't just leave it hanging here. I gotta put the drywall up first and wire it in and do all that. So this will be a fun garage when we get AC, but at least now we can see stuff. So, okay, say goodbye and on to the next wall and back wall. So, see you then. Hello everyone. This is the end of this video, or towards the end of this video. Just wanted to recap of everything we've done for the garage wiring wise. So starting from this end, we have a plug here for the light up in the attic, which will be this light right here. That way we have some kind of light when we put stuff up there. We will have this light, or this plug right here, that is connected to a roll-up extension cord, which we'll put in the center. This plug here, which is the side drive garage door opener, which we'll be mounting in this area right here. We have, let me see, these sets of plugs, which will go for the toolbox when we put our iPad and GoPro for doing videos, shooting this way. We have the plug for my welder, so I don't have to run extension cord. It's right here. It was wired into this. Actually, all this wiring and everything came from the wiring for a jacuzzi outside, which we don't have. We ended up getting rid of it. It never worked, so we don't plan on getting the jacuzzi, so we just utilized the wiring for that, got a new plug. It's all good. We did put these up because we're putting cabinets on the walls and stuff like that. We want to make sure that when we drill into the walls, we don't run through wiring. It makes it nice and safe. Definitely don't want to run through a electrical cord with that. Nailed it all up nice and secure. That way it doesn't get in the way, doesn't chafe anything. Ran through the ceiling correctly. Sorry about the light. Ceiling correctly as needed. Let me see, all the lights are ran. Back here we have the same thing, a 2-plug with a USB ports. That way we can charge it up straight from there. You don't have to have an adapter or a plug itself. These are for anything that we need on the countertop. That right there is for the lights in the bottom of the cabinet. That right there is for anything I have over here, mainly the compressor. Over here you have all the switches, which will basically control all the lighting and everything that we have in the house. Let me let Kaylee out, or in. Again, lights for the bottom of the cabinet. We have the loop for the entertainment center, and we have a dual set of plugs over there for all the charging, for the chargers I have for my drills and batteries and stuff like that, over on that side. So, hope you liked the video, and as you can see, a sneak peek of what's coming next week. It's gonna suck. I hate fiberglass, but you gotta do it. And the ladder for the top. So, thank you for joining us, and hope you see the trouble we get into when we put that stuff up. See you next week.